Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your favorite podcast, Stop the Internet Podcast. I'm Kelee.
And I'm Tricia.
I feel like Trish hasn't been here for a long time. I've been saying that to everyone, though. I don't know why.
I think it was our Halloween episode.
Yes,
I know.
I've missed you.
I know, me too.
We've just been talking about crazy shiz for the past 2 hours, so our theme today I feel is fitting now.
Yeah.
Actually, we're doing confessions. It's going to be like a short story style episode, which I love.
Same.
Because you just get like tons of crazy stories within a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
I have one question for you.
Yes.
This is like not that exciting. I feel like I just set that up to be like really exciting.
One big question.
You're right.
Nervous.
You missed our family Thanksgiving because you were working.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about working on holidays?
It makes me sad.
Oh, what is it like?
We try and make the most of it.
Yeah. Trish is a nurse, by the way.
Yes, I'm a nurse. I work like inpatient at a hospital. So I work nights, weekends, holidays, all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
But being at work on a holiday, it's fine. It's pretty much like in my, specific situation, it's like a normal day. And we try and like make it a little fun by doing like a potluck. So this year we did breakfast and lunch. People brought in food for both. Aww. And we like decorate our break room, which is literally the size of a closet. So it's, we had like too much food for the break room, but that was fun. But it's not like people stop being sick or stop needing like care.
Yeah.
So it is just like a normal day. And unfortunately for me, it was like super busy. So I barely even got to eat any of the food because people were sick, and it was fine. So like at work, it's fine, and like it's fun because it's like a normal work day, but we add a little bit of fun to it, and it makes it a little bit different than the usual, so that's fun. But it's sad because I know what I'm missing on the outside of the hospital. So I don't like working like weekends or holidays because I just feel like I'm missing out on like time with friends and loved ones. But like when I'm at work, like doing my job, I enjoy it, so that is good.
Yeah.
And like I really like my coworkers, so it makes it easier. But like anticipating, like knowing that I need to like go to work and miss this fun thing that's gonna happen is kind of sad.
Yeah, no, it is. It's sad too because you're so close with your family and extended family.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that because when I was preparing all of the stories, I saw like part of one said like, I don't actually like my family or something like that, and I don't like spending time with them. And I was thinking like a job like yours would be perfect for someone like that because they would always have the perfect excuse and like offer to take the shift on like weekends and holidays so they don't have to deal with family members they don't like. But I was in a bar on the weekend before Thanksgiving, and there was a sign on the door that was like open on Thanksgiving from 3:00 on. And Rebecca was there with me, and she was like, that's so sad that they're open on Thanksgiving. And I was like, well, is it though? Like, I wonder if they have employees that are, I don't know, don't live at home or maybe don't have a big family, and they're like, I want to go and open the business and just let people come in. I don't know. It is sad like in black and white, but I was just hoping that you would have like at least like a positive outlook on working on it, which I feel like you do. It is sad to miss your family stuff, but it's nice that you still do a little something.
Yeah, like it's like I'm not even really thinking about it like while I'm at work. Yeah. Because I enjoy who I work with and my job and stuff, so that makes it easier. Cute. But yeah, there are people like who don't live near family, so they'll offer to work certain holidays or, stay extra if they need or something because they're like, I'm just going to go home and be alone. Yeah. So.
Oh, that's so sad too.
I know.
To think about.
I know. It really makes me like empathize or sympathize, whatever, for like people who work like grocery stores or just like other jobs or like restaurants where they're open on holidays and stuff. Like I feel like I never really thought about it until I also became a holiday worker. And now I'm like, like I feel you. That stinks.
I know.
Yeah.
It is hard for places that are like stores or even people that work at a store that in retail, and then on Black Friday it's like they have to go into work at like 7 p.m. and it's like, you guys, like we really don't need to do this. Right. I heard that Black Friday actually is kind of like going out of style, which is a good thing. Did you buy anything?
I bought a pair of boots on Cyber Monday.
Oh.
Some Doc Martens.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cute.
Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't buy anything. I feel like I forgot about it.
I know, I wasn't really thinking of it.
Yeah.
Because my brother was in town. He lives in Colorado. And my boyfriend's family actually came to Philly as well.
Oh, they did? Oh, I didn't know that. That's so fun.
So we were just trying to spend time with people and do fun things and stuff. So I'm like not even upset that I didn't think about shopping.
Yeah. No, me too. I remember in high school, everyone thought it was so cool to like go to the mall at midnight.
Yes.
And I begged my parents to let me do that. And I went to Urban Outfitters. My sister's high school boyfriend drove me, my friend, him and her, to the mall. And I got one shirt, like probably on the whole time. It's like just like the idea of going shopping. And I got this one like ugly shirt. I'm like, why did I feel so emotionally? Like, why was I so excited to go to the mall at midnight on Thanksgiving night?
Yeah.
Like, that's so
Sounds
bizarre.
horrible.
Yeah. So now I feel for those workers too.
Right.
That I'm like, why are you here? And why am I here? Why are we doing this?
I did it once, and I never liked shopping in person or walking around the mall. I would always be exhausted.
Yeah.
Like an hour in, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed and like ready to go home. So I'm like, why did I feel the need to do that? I didn't buy anything because I just get overwhelmed.
I feel like it's just like for fun.
Yeah.
Like, going shopping.
Right.
Everything is actually not really on sale. It's like $4 off.
I know there were a lot of jokes this year where it's like companies are offering like 5% off, like big blowout sale of the year, 5% off.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I feel like when we were young, it was like that. Like it was crazy. Like things would be 90% off. Like I remember going to Target and I was like, why is everything so cheap? Like why is there nothing in the store? And then I learned about Black Friday where things were literally 90% off at Target. Now it's like 30% off, maybe 20. Like that's like not that much.
No,
especially
it's not.
if something is very expensive, like 20% off. That's like an average sale.
I know.
Consumerism.
Yeah. Capitalism. Wait, also I have to say today is December 1st. So happy holidays and Christmas season to everyone who celebrates.
And by the time this comes out, it'll be later than that. So it'll be even deeper into December.
Aw.
Cute.
I just love the holidays. So I had to address that.
I was debating, do we decorate the studio for all of December? It's too late now. But I kind of forgot today was December.
Yeah, I know. It came so quickly.
I know. I do feel like the time between Halloween and now has flown by and I don't know why. Like I didn't do that many things. But yeah, it just flew by. But I'm also in the Christmas vibes. Should we decorate the studio for the next time? I want to do more. I feel like last year our episode where we did Am I the Asshole Holiday Edition was such a hit. Maybe we should redo that one this year. Oh my God, wait, yes. That was when we did the tally for the first time.
Yes.
Okay, let's redo that one for this year. I feel like that was a hit.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, yay. Like, should we throw this episode in the trash and just do it now?
Yeah.
Just kidding. Okay, we're doing confessions now, and then we'll get into holiday spirit next week.
Sounds good.
I have a bad back, and from time to time, it goes into a full spasm. One day, I was getting out of bed, and as my foot hit the floor, I went into a full spasm. I have no idea how, but a perfectly formed turd fell out of the leg of my shorts and landed on the floor. Due to my spasm, I fell and landed right in the poop. The commotion woke up my girlfriend at the time, and she ran over to check on me. I blamed the dog. I've never actually told anyone this before. Wow.
Not them including that it was perfectly formed. Like, please.
Yes.
Was that necessary?
Just really painted us a really good picture. Nice. And good thing you had a dog. Because what if you didn't have a dog? You just have to be honest with your partner? I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, God forbid. Wow. That was a good one. I had a friend confess that every time he stayed at my apartment, which was frequently because we lived in different countries, sometimes he would stay for a month plus at a time, he watched me sleep. I woke with him staring at me. He was literally inches away from my face, just staring, and I freaked out. He broke down and confessed. My husband was asleep next to me. It also ended our friendship. Okay. What?
Edward Cullen.
Yes.
Ew, they were watching her sleep.
Inches from my face. Please.
Wait, that's like a confession for the guy, not the person who was asleep.
This person's like, well, I'll just take it upon myself to confess for
I'm
him.
going to confess that I had a creepy friend. No, they should be writing in, being like, I had a friend and every night I stayed over their house, I watched her sleep from 3 inches away.
Why? That's my question.
I don't want to know why. My friend, who is this grade A student, goes over to all these different girls' houses, not to hook up or anything, just to steal their dirty underwear while they're in the bathroom or they're elsewhere. He has a full box, which includes a pair of my sister's underwear, which he admitted to stealing in his pantry. I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
Not the pantry.
It's not funny. Not the pantry.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised no one has noticed in his house, but to this day, I'm the only one who knows. Wait, that I do feel that that's like a violation and a crime, but that's hilarious the way that they wrote that.
Is this a roommate or a friend?
It says friend.
They find out.
He told them.
Oh. Ew.
That's hilarious. Not him having one of your own sisters,
yeah,
which he admitted to stealing.
And you're like, just like chill. You're just like, yeah.
You're just going to keep being friends with him.
Yeah, and you're like, and I'm just the only one who knows.
But also at the same time, picture your closest guy friend, or it doesn't have to be a guy, any friend. If they were like, yeah, every time I hang out with someone of the opposite sex, I steal a pair of their dirty underwear. What would you think? Like, I don't know if I would automatically end a friendship over that. No. I would probably just be deeply, deeply confused.
Yeah.
And I would encourage therapy.
Yeah. Dirty underwear?
Come on. Just buy it off the internet if you really want it.
Yeah, right.
Help someone's career.
Yeah, you better be paying these girls.
Yes.
Okay.
At least buy them dinner.
Yeah.
I honestly think that a lot of girls would probably give it to you if you just offered to buy them dinner.
Mm-hmm.
If all I had to do was give one pair of underwear in return for a free meal, like that's a pretty good bargain.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I guess it depends on the underwear because some underwear is expensive.
Yeah. I don't want to be buying new underwear all the time.
Yeah. So give me the price of the underwear and dinner.
Mm-hmm. Just be honest about it, you know?
Yeah.
It's that easy.
I was thinking about this time where, Trish, you told me that you drank coffee concentrate.
By accident.
Thinking that it was just straight up iced coffee. Mm-hmm. And so you were wired for like 3 days. Mm-hmm. I was just thinking about that because I just noticed how jittery I get when I drink caffeine and I feel like I can't sleep at night, and I've been taking Mastermind and it makes a difference.
Really?
So, yes, it does. So I just ordered a subscription. So I'm going to keep doing it, which I'm excited about. Nice. If you don't know what Mastermind is, it's a little shot that gives you an energy boost and a productivity boost, and it works with coffee or instead of coffee to just regulate your energy and focus. The more you drink it too, the more days in a row, you have more prolonged benefits. It helps with mental energy, focus. It helps you sleep better, helps you be less anxious and jittery, like I said. It has lots of natural ingredients that I can't even pronounce the ingredients, you guys. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and lie, okay? I don't know how to say them. Bacopa Monnieri. You know, I don't know how to say that, but I know how it affects me. And that's what matters. Mm-hmm. Along with other ingredients like matcha, which is easy to say, lion's mane mushrooms, basically neurotropics that help your brain work better. And that's what matters.
And that's not a lie.
And that's not a lie. Wait, this is so fitting for the confessions episode. My confession is I don't know how to say these ingredients, and I'm sorry about that. But I have been drinking Mastermind, and I did just order a subscription because I like how I feel when I take it, and it does make me less anxious. So that's the cold hard truth, baby.
We cannot lie.
I will never lie. So anyway, if you want to get on the truth train and find out
your truth,
find it out for yourself. You know, don't take my word for it. Try it yourself. Try Mastermind. Use our code STOP20 for a discount. Also, if you do a subscription like I did, you can get up to 56% off of your first subscription. 56% off. We were talking Black Friday, okay? They don't have deals like that at the mall.
That's a good deal.
That's a good deal.
That's a good quality, hefty deal.
It's hefty. That's what I need at the mall. 56% off using the code STOP20. Or if you just want one purchase, try it out before you commit. That's okay too. 20% off. I would love to hear if you guys try it. And I'll give you a few bottles, Trish, when my subscription arrives. Thank you, Mastermind, for sponsoring our podcast.
Thank you.
And once again, if you want to try it, I recommend it. So you can click the link in our bio or go to magicmind.com/stop and use our code STOP20. Thank you, Magicmind.
Yay.
All right, back into our crazy stories and confessions.
I once helped out my female friend's family by taking care of their cat for a week. Every day for a week, I would go over there and snoop around their house. I found my friend's diary and proceeded to read the entire thing. I used this information to get her to like me, and she is currently my wife.
That's so bad. What if you found out someone did that to you?
They like kind of tricked me into liking them.
Yeah.
I started dating my boyfriend a long time ago. When we first started dating, I was accused of tricking him into liking me.
How?
I don't want to give too many details away.
Wait, I think I remember. I think I could guess the person that accused you. Is it? Of course.
Yep. She liked him.
Wow. But also, like, tricking him into liking you. It's like a fine line between Taylor Swift Mastermind and like going too far, because if it's just like you showed up to a party, I don't know, because it's like, how far is too far? Like, I guess it's like changing yourself or lying. Did she have reasons for why? Okay. Yeah. Because I think that if you...
At least I didn't hear any of her proof or whatever, samples, examples.
The evidence. Yeah. I think that if you knew that a guy you liked or anyone you liked really liked a certain sports team or something, and maybe you also liked that sports team, so you're like, oh yeah, I'll just wear this jersey, so then he knows that I like it too. Like, that's not really that weird. I feel like that's just like, yeah, it is kind of like being a mastermind, and it's like setting up a situation, but it's not like you're lying.
Right.
You're just trying to appeal to something you know he likes. Yeah. And like, what would really be the difference between that and being like, oh, I saw you posted on Instagram that you love the Eagles. I also love the Eagles. It's like, okay, that's not that weird. I guess it's weird when you just like make up interests. But I remember in high school, there was definitely guys I liked that had very specific tastes in music. One of them being Coldplay. And I wasn't the biggest Coldplay fan at the time, but then I started listening to them just because the guy liked it. And then I started really liking them. And looking back, I'm like, yeah, I kind of only liked them because he did. Is that true though? Because no, I didn't. I liked them because I ended up liking them, but I only listened to them because he liked them. That's what it was. There was definitely a lot of like music and like maybe even a movie or TV shows that I can't think of that I only watched or listened to because the guy I liked watched or listened to them. And some of them stuck with me. But I guess that's still not that weird.
No. I feel like that's just life.
Yeah.
Like, I've tried new things because of other people, and they're not in my life anymore, but I still like those things.
Yeah, okay. That's a good point. Yeah. Okay. I like don't remember, but I specifically remember the Coldplay thing. I don't remember if I like played it up or if I don't think I would have been like, yeah, I like them forever. Like, who knows? I don't remember. But I can see why like people do this, because all the things that the guy, like my crushes, were into, like I suddenly wanted to be into them.
Yeah. I mean, like Matt is really into sports, so I'm sure that I would like maybe spend more time watching sports.
Are we talking now or in college?
With him in college. Now
yeah,
it's
you
like,
tricked him.
Yeah. Now it's like he'll watch football, and I'm just like, maybe I'll watch a little bit, but I don't care if he thinks I like football or not.
Right. Okay, so if you found out this about Matt, you guys have a very lovely, healthy relationship. If you found out that he read your diary when he was like cleaning up or taking care of your cat, and then he used those things to get you to like him, and that was the only bad thing about him, would you be turned off?
No.
I feel like it would turn me off in the beginning, but then if that's the only weird thing about them, but then I think the argument is like, that's really weird.
Yeah.
So if that's who someone truly is, to like read your private journal, I don't know. I think it has to do with age too.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're almost 7 years, I think, together. So I feel like if he was faking that he like liked things, or if there was something that like he was using from my diary to get me to like him, like how long can you keep that up?
Yeah, totally.
For? So at this point,
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I probably know him as like who he is more so than like him as like the guy he's showing me. Yeah, to like trick me into liking him. But I don't know. I think maybe I would be questioning like, okay, so what was fake and what was real, like at the start, and go from there maybe.
I guess it's just weird because it's like private. Like he wasn't supposed to see it. It's like use information they present publicly.
Right.
Well, maybe not though. I don't know. I'm on the fence on that one.
No, it does feel a little bit like violating.
Yeah.
But for me specifically, like at this point, it would have been so long ago that like I don't know if I would feel that strongly now.
Yeah.
But if it was fresh and new and then I found that out, I'd be like, okay,
you're weird.
Yeah, like bye. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Because they wouldn't have had time to prove themselves to you.
Right.
Yeah. Weird.
It is weird. Maybe just like don't read people's diaries.
Yeah, I think that's the consensus. My boyfriend doesn't actually exist. About 2 months ago, my friend asked me if I was seeing anyone. Generally, I would have just said no, but she said it kind of condescendingly, like, we all know that you're still alone.
Rude.
Anyway, yeah, right? Anyway, I ended up lying and saying that I was seeing a guy. She told my other friends, and I've been lying about it ever since. All of my friends are married, and all but 2 of them have children. I've always wanted to get married and have kids, but I thought it would just happen naturally. I have focused on my career and my friends for a long time because I just didn't think it would be all that difficult to find someone. Anyway, after I turned 30, I freaked out a little and started actually trying to find someone, but I'm 34 now and I still haven't found anyone that I want to spend my life with. Lying about having a boyfriend doesn't help my situation very much, but it does stop my friends from making subtle, condescending remarks about me being single and not being able to find someone. I think it's kind of funny that she lied, but like maybe those aren't your friends.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see where it's coming from though, because it is so annoying when people constantly ask you about your relationship status, and it's incredibly rude for them to be like, we all know you're still alone.
I know, that made me sad.
Yeah, what?
I feel bad for this person.
I know. Yeah, but like, how are you going to tell them? That's the thing about lying is like, it never is as easy as it seems.
Right. Okay, for now, maybe it gets your friends off your back, but like, it's complicating things in the long run.
Yeah. Like,
and it's probably causing more stress to keep up this facade now.
Yeah. Every time they ask you, like, oh, can I see a picture? What's his name? Like, have you created a full identity? Right. Or do they not care enough to ask about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that I feel like you can tell someone at a bar to like get them to leave you alone. But like, that's a really weird thing to tell your friends.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not judging you, but thanks for sharing.
Confessing.
Yes.
Good luck with that.
Right.
Oh, man. At least they're not settling, you know?
True.
They haven't waited for anyone, or they haven't found the person yet.
They're just settling for friends, probably.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
6 years ago, I swapped my then girlfriend, now wife's cat with a more well-behaved look-alike. I can't. She had an all-black cat that was extremely aggressive. It scratched everyone, hissed at everyone, and didn't use its litter box half the time. My wife insisted she could get it to behave better. One week, she went out of town to visit her family, and I was supposed to go to her apartment and feed it. The first night I went over, it scratched the shit out of my arm. I joked to the cat that it's not special and I'll replace it if it scratches again. The joke stuck with me until I had thought about it enough that it wasn't a joke. The next morning, I went to the local animal shelter, found an identical cat who was already litter box trained and acclimated to people but was a little skittish. Its old owner died of a heart attack, and the animal shelter people said they think that's why it was skittish. But overall, it was a lot friendlier and better behaved, and the skittishness would help it resemble the original cat.
Ew, that's such a manipulative thought.
I know. So I adopted it, took it to my wife's apartment, settled it in, then drove her original cat to an animal shelter a town over. I was paranoid my wife would find out if I took it to a local one. It's been 6 years since then. We got married 4 years ago. We still have the swapped cat.
Wait, they drove it? That's maniacal.
Yeah.
I mean, diabolical? I don't know.
It answers to the original cat's name. My wife knows nothing. She loves this cat and brags about how much better behaved it is. Every time I see it, I feel like a total piece of shit. As you should.
What the frick? Wow. I thought that was going to be like, he was going to say it ran away or like.
Yeah.
What? Ew. Getting a different cat, like, I don't know. It doesn't make you like the worst person to ever walk the earth, but like, why?
Right.
That's just so weird. I'm trying not to judge the people that are confessing though. So.
I know. Same.
Sorry.
I know.
I have someone in my life that Their family had a cat and it got out and they couldn't find it for like weeks, but they hung up flyers all around the neighborhood, missing cat, if you see it, call us, whatever. Eventually someone called them and they were like, I think I have your cat. Here it is. It's the same like species, same colors and everything. So they go and see the cat. I think theirs was black with like a few stripes. This cat was gray with a few stripes. But the mom of the family was like, oh my God, this is our cat. Yes, thank you. And the kids are like, this is not the cat. And the mom's like, it is. Look at how cute he is. Like, come on, it's him. They took it home. It still lives in their house.
Oh my God.
And they're like, that is not the cat. And the mom is convinced it's the cat. And they're actually like, is the mom kidding? Like, is she doing a bit? Yeah. Is she in denial? Or does she actually think it's the cat? I don't know.
That's so funny.
I kind of feel bad though, because I feel like that's something I would do if I don't know if this is what the mom is doing. Like maybe she genuinely just thinks it is. Yeah. But if I lost like my dog or cat and then I saw one that was like almost the same, I'd be like, yep, it's mine. Come on, give it to me and let's leave. Like I would just pretend.
Maybe she just really missed the cat and she's like, this is my chance at finding another cat.
It's sad.
It is sad.
You can't just replace it though.
I know. Animals definitely all have their own personalities.
Yes.
Things.
It's like that episode of The Kardashians when Kim tried to switch the dogs with Kourtney. Did you see that?
No. Was this an old one?
I actually don't know. I feel like it was like a few years ago. Her and Kourtney each got matching dogs for their two daughters, like each of their daughters. And Kim's was really annoying and like barked all the time. And Kourtney's was like calm and just never made a sound. So Kim was like losing her mind and went and switched them. And Kourtney's like, why did you take my dog? She's like, no, this is my dog.
Oh my God.
And he's like, I know it's not. Just like switch a full dog.
I know, that's like wild to me that stuff can happen.
But I guess some people don't know because this woman just like was like, oh, I went on vacation and randomly my cat is so much more. But it's like, why would you think that?
Right.
Why would you think, oh yeah, my boyfriend must have taken my cat to the shelter in another town and gotten me a new cat that looked similar?
The most wild part about it is that these animals can't talk, so they will never ever be able to like say the truth.
Wait, it makes me think of that episode of Black Mirror. Have you watched Black Mirror?
I think I've seen all the seasons except the last one because it just got too dark for me.
It is. It's getting like very scary and sad. Yeah. But there was one episode about this like chip, or I don't even know. I guess it was something that you could see people's memories. You could watch on a screen the memories. Wait. And there was like someone got hit by a car on a bike. So they had to go and watch like all the witnesses' stories. But then she had like skeletons in her closet and didn't want to get interviewed or something. And then it ends like, okay, spoiler alert. It's a really good episode. But it ends with like she murdered an entire family to like keep her secret.
I think this one was called like Crocodile or something.
Yes.
That's the one where I was like, I've got to stop.
Yes. It ends with her killing this family and there was a witness. It was a guinea pig.
Yes.
And then that was like all they showed at the end was just a guinea pig.
And the saddest part is that she killed a baby because she thought the baby witnessed her killing.
Oh my God,
the parents. The baby was blind.
Shut up, yes.
She didn't even have to kill it.
Yeah, that show is freaking dark.
Yes.
Wait, I just got the chills as if it's like real. It's fake. Okay, I hope it's not real ever. But yeah, the guinea pig. It's like, ew. Okay, that was so irrelevant to what our story was. Sorry. I'm just spiraling.
Like, and she didn't have to kill the baby.
Yeah.
Talking about switched cats.
We're talking about switched cats. Yeah,
switched cats.
Wow. Moving on. I met my current boyfriend by slipping him my number while he was on a date with someone else and I was their server. I used to work at Cheesecake Factory. About a year and a half ago, my current boyfriend came in with some other girl for a date. I'm not sure what it is about my boyfriend, but he just does it for me. So I immediately rushed over to their table. Typically, if I saw a guy I was attracted to, I would give better service because I genuinely wanted to interact with him and everyone at the table, and that usually leads to nicer tips. When I started serving them, I couldn't help myself and I was flirting super obviously. That would make me so mad.
Oh, same.
That's okay. I'm not judging the OPs though. So much so my coworkers were telling me to be careful I didn't get complained on. But he flirted back, so I was like a shark who smelled blood in the water. I spent so much time talking to him at their table. Other tables I was serving had to call out to me because I had forgot about them. Honestly, looking back, that was more of a date for me and him than for her and him, because we talked about what he did for work, what I studied, what my favorite foods are, what he likes, music. I must have been at the table accumulatively for around I think it's just cumulatively. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. For around 40 minutes. At the end of it, she was being very short with me and him, and I kind of figured she'd complain. So I said, screw it, scribbled my number down and put it under his card when I gave it back to him. He texted me that night, and basically we've been dating since. I'm moving in with him on Friday. It was honestly a very rude and shitty thing to do, but I'd do it over in a second. Wow. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess.
Oh man, I would be so upset if I was that date.
I would too. That's so rude.
But also, like, yeah, she probably dodged a bullet if she's dating this guy who's just gonna like take her out and then flirt with the waitress or whoever.
Yeah,
you know,
she should have at least like taken something off her bill or something. I guess the guy paid for it though. Yeah, that's like one of those things where it's like everyone meets in a weird way. Mm-hmm. You know, you have to stop judging people's relationships based on how they met, like happy or not.
Yeah,
but. Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like you just gotta look out for other girls, and that doesn't feel very like she's not a girl's girl.
Yeah, but like if it's like a weird line, because if they get married, is it okay? Like, does it become okay? Because clearly they were meant to be.
Is it like a cute story then?
Yeah. I feel like I believe in like everything happens for a reason, and the person you're meant to be with, you will be with them if you're supposed to be with them, like regardless of what's happening now. So like, was that, if they get married and they're meant to be, like, is that supposed to be what happened? Like, I guess. I don't know. I mean, maybe that other girl went on another date after that and bonded with the next guy over similar stories, and then that helped them like break down barriers and then helped them like go on their merry way even faster and connect better, and that's who she's supposed to be with. I don't know. That's the way I live my delusional life.
Yeah. Everything is good and positive and meant to be.
Everyone is good. Anything someone does, it's out of kindness, right?
Yes.
It's because they're, there's a reason.
Yes.
No, that's what I tell myself.
They deserve the best and they're a good person.
Yeah. So the person that wrote this, she didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I have been secretly honing my girlfriend's ability to catch things. She was absolutely horrible at catching things, and she's told me she's mildly insecure about it. She has many insecurities that I do my best to comfort and help her with, but this is something I can definitely help her with. So I committed. Over the past 9 months, I have been throwing things more and more each passing day. At the start, she would always drop it and we would laugh it off and tease each other. But slowly, she was getting better.
How is she getting better?
I can't. Practice makes perfect.
Okay. I guess it is practice makes perfect. That makes sense, I guess.
Now, her reflexes have massively improved and her catching skills are of a goddamn Olympic champion. I'm not even kidding. It's fucking insane. I give her everything by throwing it to her now, minus fragile objects, of course. I don't ever plan to tell her about this because she's been bragging about how much her ability to catch just randomly started improving, and I don't want to take her spotlight or make her feel like I'm taking the credit for her improvement.
Okay, well, he's humble, I guess.
Yeah. I also just really like hearing her shocked and giddy laugh and her ear-to-ear smile when she catches things in really awkward positions, between two of her fingers, between her wrists, behind her back while looking at her phone at the same time.
Behind her back while looking at her phone.
While looking at her phone. Are things I can think of off the top of my head. Update, I ended up telling her and she's actually quite happy and she laughed and is appreciative of my long-term efforts. That's so funny.
I just I'm assuming it's a man. It might not be, but I just feel like that's something a man would do.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's a good thing.
When I first read that very first sentence, I'm trying to improve my girlfriend's ability to catch things, I thought he meant pick out issues or unsafe events or anything.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, where is this going? And then it was literally
physically
just throwing things at her. Like a dog.
Yeah, he's training his girlfriend like a dog.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's a positive thing. It's not like he's manipulating her psychologically to agree with him or something something. Right. I don't know. There could be worse things. Okay, fine. You're teaching your girlfriend how to catch things.
Yeah.
Cool.
Now she could do party tricks probably.
Yeah. Cool. My cousin, oh my God, this is on such a different wavelength.
Oh, good.
Considering the first sentence. My cousin committed a multiple murder of a couple with a rifle. He then stole their car. Life in prison. My mom kept it from me until I was older, obviously. Also, not really a secret, but my grandma swears that her brother had an affair with the girl on the Sun-Made Raisins box.
Oh my God.
I don't have any proof for you, but I believe her. I looked it up and she's a real person who lived where he was living while he was in the army. And there's a few appropriately aged kids with his and my last name living in the area. My last name is not common at all. What? That's so random. So your cousin's a murderer and your grandmother's brother had an affair with the Sun-Made Raisins box model.
Girl.
Yeah, like character. Is it a character or is it like a... Because like, you know how like Quaker Oats, that like guy, I don't know his name, or like Tony the Tiger?
Yeah.
It's like, is that the vibe or is it like it's her actual face? I don't know. Okay.
All right.
What a wild ride.
That was.
Okay.
That went everywhere.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah. I left my job at an electronics manufacturing company in 2002, but they continued paying me my full salary, including all incremental raises and annual bonuses until they offered me a very generous redundancy package in 2022 due to departmental restructuring, including an £85,000 lump sum contribution to my pension fund. Oh my gosh.
They placed £85,000 into his account.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I even got the quarterly magazine and annual Christmas card sent to me. In March of this year, 2023, I got an invite to the 75th anniversary of the company, went along, had a great time at the free bar, and nobody realized I hadn't worked there for over 20 years. You've got to love a good administrative error.
20 years? I almost don't believe that.
Is that fraud? I guess that's not in the U.S. I don't know the laws.
It's weird because is it fraud? They didn't do anything.
Was he paying taxes on the money, though? Like,
taxes are withheld, aren't they, by an employer, right? Typically?
I think usually, yeah. I don't know.
That seems like either not true or what accounting department
misses that?
Yeah, especially, okay, I've heard stories of people that I actually know quitting jobs or leaving jobs and still getting paychecks from that company for like months after. And I was wondering if that's legal. Like, is that fraud?
Yeah.
But it's not your fault that a company didn't do their due diligence to take you off their payroll. And it's not fraud to just have like money directly deposited into your account by a company. Like, in theory, you might not even notice that depending on how much it is and how often you check your bank account. I don't know. Is that fraud?
I don't know. If it's not, then some people are just really lucky.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those people.
Yeah,
because I work at a place where they're telling us not to swipe in too early because they can't afford it with the budget.
Shut up.
So there's no way they're going to be paying someone who doesn't work there.
Oh my God, my first job, my boss did that. It was a frozen yogurt shop. And he's like, if you're starting at 3:30, don't swipe in until 3:30. What? That's so odd.
Yeah, like you can't afford like 10 cents.
Yeah, also the minimum wage was $7.25, so it would actually be probably 10 cents. Crazy.
Wow.
That's shocking.
That's so funny. They went to the Christmas party and everything.
Yeah.
Or whatever, 75th anniversry party. That's so funny.
Just to save face. Yeah, I still work here.
Yeah.
No, see, that's bold. That would be a way to get caught, I think. Wow. Crazy. I threw away a customer's phone for leaving a huge mess. Throwback to being 19 at my first job working fast food. It was the busiest store in the district with the most sales, and I was in charge of the dinner and taking the orders for all the customers. Wasn't allowed to clean while there were orders to take, but I had to be sure that the dinner and bathrooms were clean and the trash was taken out by the end of the day. So one day, this group of teens, like my age or maybe a bit younger, came in, kind of sat in the back out of view, and proceeded to leave all of their trash on the table, despite the trash can being only a few feet away, in addition to getting sauces and chili all over the table. Unfortunately for them, one of them left their phone on the table. So I did what any good employee would do. I cleaned the table, throwing everything on it away. Later, the teen that couldn't find his phone came back and asked if I'd seen a phone. I straight-faced told him no, and we stared at each other for a moment. I get the feeling that the gears were turned, and maybe he'd remember the mess they left and kind of put two and two together. But regardless, after that stare down, he just walked out and I never saw him again. I don't know, but it felt like justice to me in the moment. That seems like a cruel punishment for leaving trash on a table.
Yeah.
I mean, if all they did was leave trash from their meal and like spill, like were they purposely like rubbing chili and like mustard all over the tables?
Right.
Or were they just like, they just spilled something while they were eating dinner?
Right. I don't know. That makes me anxious.
The fact that he just threw it in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
Phones are expensive. Yeah, I don't know if that punishment fits the crime.
Mm-mm. I hate stuff like that when people go way too far to like teach someone a lesson.
Teach someone a lesson.
You know, whatever,
That's
get
scary.
back at someone. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah, that's a little much. Okay.
I feel like even if I like joke around with someone, I immediately am like, I'm just kidding.
I know.
I don't know. I don't like that stuff.
Yeah, that's weird.
Because I remember even when I was like a teenager and we'd go to like Applebee's like with my friends and we thought it like this wasn't really me, but I do remember we thought it'd be funny to like mix all the random sauces and stuff together like in like a glass, and then we'd leave it because it's like they're at Applebee's or wherever, it's a sit down restaurant, you don't really clean up after yourself. Mm-hmm. You have like the waiter or waitress would come and take stuff from you. And I think about that a lot. I'm like, that was mean that we left like gross things for them to like come clean.
That's your guilt.
Yeah.
Your confession.
Yeah. Oh yes. There we go. I confessed.
Damn,
finally.
You mixed sauces in a cup.
Yeah.
And left it on a table.
It feels good to get it off my chest.
Wow. What if someone threw your phone in the trash because you did that? You mix the ketchup and the mustard, you're never seeing your phone again.
Sorry.
You can go pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to replace it.
Like, I don't make the rules. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I laughed at my coworker's confession to me. I, 21 female, have been working with my coworker, we'll call him Steve, 20 male, for about a year now. He's always been a quirky, kind guy, and we get along great. I'd consider him a friend, but this recent situation has kind of killed things. So he and I were both closing. It was just the two of us in the back office where I count drawer. Suddenly, he gets very serious and says he needs to be honest with me. I say, okay.
I would be terrified.
Yeah. Out of nowhere.
While we're alone in this room.
Yeah. He says he loves me and has for months now.
Aww.
And really wanted me to feel the same. I apologized and mentioned I already have a boyfriend, and I felt very bad because he is a great person. He accepts this, but then asks if he could at least touch my chest. What? I reply asking for clarification, and he says my body is just so wonderful. And if he can't be with me, he at least wants to touch me once. I then burst into laughter, asking if he's serious or has the whole thing been a prank. That's when he just grabs his coat and heads out the door, and he hasn't even shown up for work since.
I mean, at least he asked.
That's true.
Wow.
Steve. Come on.
That's like not the next line, you know? Mm-hmm. After like, I really love you and I have for months. It's not like, can I at least touch your chest?
Yeah, it's like she says no, and he's like, okay, well then, you know, the next step here is for me to let you touch your chest, obviously.
Wow. I don't know how I would respond. I would probably respond the same, hopefully.
Yeah, I'd probably laugh.
Damn. Sorry, Steve.
Better luck next time.
I'm a chef and I've been living a lie about the quality and authenticity of my food. I'm a personal chef for an upper class family in the US with a multi-million-dollar house who go on many vacations every year. They claim they miss authentic European and Asian food after living abroad. When I first started cooking for them, I made elaborate dishes that took hours to make, finding the exact ingredients, examining each piece of food by hand, finding the right brands, and going to multiple grocery stores just to find the exact Pinot Noir to make the perfect red wine sauce. They didn't like it. I once messed up a dish and had to remake it really quickly. So I took a few shortcuts to make sure it was still tasty. A normally 12-hour dish, I made a quick version of in less than 30 minutes using vinegar instead of red wine. They said it was the tastiest thing they ever ate. It reminded them of the times they were traveling through some European mountains. Since then, I've realized I don't need to spend hours making all the food perfectly authentic. I stopped using expensive brands of wine. Sometimes I don't even use wine at all. Grape juice or vinegar seems to work just as good. good. I've saved tens of thousands of dollars and probably thousands of hours getting cheaper ingredients that have already been brined or marinated, and they absolutely love it. I just smile and nod. A part of me feels guilty, but not guilty enough to go back to making more authentic versions that they just complain about that cost me way more time and money anyway. I'm more just worried that one day they'll find out, but I've gotten away with it for almost 8 years now. Wow, what a testament to brands, and like I feel like that's just marketing.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're just not a good cook, because if he was like doing all the like marinating and whatever brining means, and then they liked it better when someone else did it, it's like maybe you're just not good at doing the expensive dishes.
I was gonna say maybe they are a good cook because they've figured out how to make like cheap, I guess, not authentic stuff taste authentic.
True. Or maybe the people just don't have as like sophisticated palates as they think they do.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably what it actually is.
Yeah. Work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Wow. I'm really happy to only see my family once or twice a year due to living 3,000 miles away. I just can't stand them. They all gossip and talk shit and spin their wheels so much you can't even have a normal conversation with any of them. It's all drama and always has been. I never understood how and why I was so depressed my entire life, found escapism through alcohol and partying. Since I've lived across the country, I'm sober, have a super awesome family, and I barely ever see them. It's great.
Aww.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, happy ending.
Yeah.
I was just having this conversation with someone. I forget how it stemmed or came or who it was. I have no clue.
Or what we talked about.
What did we talk about? No, I was talking to someone. Oh, I know who it was. I'm not going to say who it was, but I just remembered. Okay. They were telling me they don't have a huge family and their family doesn't live near them. So for Thanksgiving, it's just the four of them, like the parents and the kids. They do like friend things or something, or they have friends. I forget the whole story. But the point of the conversation was now that people's families are like starting to be smaller, like our parents, like Tricia and I are cousins. Surprise. My mom, her dad, our siblings, they have 7 siblings. Like I feel like that was pretty common, or even like a lot of people were like 4 or 5, but now I feel like most people, you still have a big family, but I feel like most people are one of 2 or one of 3. I think those are like the most common numbers of kids to have. I just think that like going forward, now that people are starting to realize that like just because someone's your family doesn't mean you owe them something, like especially if it's not a healthy relationship, and also that families are just getting smaller and smaller. I think that more people are going to be doing holidays with their friends and just starting to bring like friend groups together and have like fake cousins, or not even calling them that, but like just choosing their family in the future. I just feel that that's going to be a trend, because that would be so fun too, especially if you don't get along with your family. Like why should you be forced to hang out with people if they're not great?
Right.
You know?
It sounds a lot healthier, and that's good if you can like recognize that it's your family that's causing you stress and unhealthy habits.
Yeah, totally.
So, yeah.
I am secretly my boyfriend's live stream viewers. My boyfriend has just started streaming and he seems pretty excited about it. He didn't buy a whole setup yet, but live streams whatever he is on. I streamed briefly and I know how hard it is to get viewers. I opened multiple private browsers on my personal laptop, work laptop, and phone. This way I can have his stream going and it counts as multiple viewers. I'm gonna cry. When he saw 4, he was stoked. It's only 4 viewers, but he was so happy. Oh my God, why is this making me so emo? There's very little in this world right now that can cause that genuine happiness and expression. I sit on the other side of the couch with the volume down on all devices and just pretend I'm doing schoolwork. That's so wholesome. Aww.
That is.
And you're helping his algorithm.
Yeah. I know, that's what I was going to say. Like, there's nothing wrong with that in my eyes, because he's getting numbers, which will help him to, like, grow and be successful. But
yeah. And I also think people can get discouraged in the beginning when nobody is consuming their content, even if they're passionate about it. That I feel like is a reason that a lot of people don't pursue passions like that. But just because you don't get a lot of viewers doesn't mean your content isn't valuable and that you should like, nobody on the first thing they post, unless they're already famous, is gonna get a lot of views.
Right.
So just do it. Like, so they're kind of like inspiring their boyfriend to keep going.
Yeah. Wait, I
love it.
That's so nice. It's so hard to like put yourself out there.
I know.
And get started, and try new things like that.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. I saw a TikTok and it was someone just like, I guess, exploring on YouTube, and they came across this man.
I think I know what you're talking about.
The fisherman?
Actually, I don't know.
Okay.
I forget.
They came across this man that he'll take videos of himself out fishing like early in the morning. I think it's called like Fishing with Andy or something. Hold on. I subscribed to him.
I want to look it up.
Let's go fishing with Andy. Stop. So this person posted a TikTok and they were like, I guess that they do this regularly where they post channels or pages of people with like low numbers.
He has so many now.
Yes, he has almost 1 million subscribers. He's at 838,000 people, all because of this TikTok essentially. And he posted a video the day that this TikTok was posted, because then of course everyone was like, yeah, we're gonna go support him. He's just someone taking videos of himself fishing, and he wants to share it with others because he just really is passionate about fishing. And like,
wait, I'm gonna cry right now.
And he's like in his like 60s or 70s, I would assume. And his channel just like exploded because of this TikTok, and he posted this video saying thank you, and just he couldn't believe it. He thought that there was like all these glitches happening because his numbers kept going up, and he's like, this isn't real. And he and his wife were so excited.
Oh my God.
But it's just like so nice, and it's so easy because I don't really watch his videos that much because I personally don't really use YouTube that much, but I subscribed. Like, that's just such an easy thing for me to do, and now I'm one of his numbers that will help him keep growing and stuff. He just gets to reach more people and share his fishing passion, and I guess now he has sponsors and stuff too, which is awesome. Probably life-changing for him.
That's so cute.
I know.
Oh my God.
This is him. I don't know if we can look. Stop. You're gonna cry.
That's so sweet. Wow.
I know. And he just seems so genuine. So shout out to Andy.
That's so cute. Wow. I've seen a few of them where people share. I think there was one about, I don't even know if it was a man or a woman. Someone was like making videos about doing camping. Mm-hmm. And that's what I thought you were talking about, because I did see like a similar story, but I don't remember what I watched like a few of the TikToks about them. I honestly forget, but it was the same vibe. Like, they gained thousands of subscribers. Like, it was just one person talking about camping. So cute.
It's just like, it's so nice that stuff happens, but also it's so nice to see people wanting to like share their passions, and they don't even care about the numbers. Like, they just care about like making the videos and sharing them, and whoever they reach. They're just happy no matter what. And then it's just nice when they do grow like that. But it sounds like this guy just wants to like share his streaming, and he's just happy that 4 people are interested.
It's so cute. 4 people. And he was so grateful.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'm so grateful for everyone that listens to our podcast. Even if you just have it on in the background.
Right.
Because it helps. Maybe that's why I'm so emo over this.
Yeah, because this is like...
Yeah.
We've been growing slowly but surely.
Yeah.
But doing really well.
Yeah, and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All of it.
It does make a difference. And when people like comment things, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so nice.
I know.
I don't know why, but I never really like comment.
I never
like a ghost
do either.
follower, I guess.
Yes,
you could call
I am
me,
too.
for a lot of people, because I'm like, oh, whatever, they're not gonna see my comment. Like, what's the point? But then like I see like all of our comments.
Yes, and also it helps, like, if we were like fans of someone, and wow, I'm giving this advice literally to myself because I've never done this, but if we were fans of someone and wanted them to
be able to continue
exactly. Like, even if they don't see it, commenting still matters, because other people see it and engage with you, or could engage with you, and YouTube sees it, or the platform sees it. And also, comments make me so happy. Like, when people comment on our podcast, I just like, I love reading them, because most of them are nice. I feel like that's a good thing about YouTube. TikTok, I feel like, is hard, because anyone can happen to scroll upon any type of video, and it could possibly be something that they hate. YouTube is a little better because we choose the things we see on YouTube. Like, we click a video and you make an active choice to click on that. Obviously, YouTube still has hate comments, but I just think I've noticed on our videos there's less hate comments on YouTube and more on like platforms like TikTok, because it's shown to literally everyone. But I appreciate the people that are positive in our comments.
It is cool because like when we record, we're just like sitting here, just the two of us. And I'm like, I realize that what I'm saying is reaching people, but I don't know who they are. And it's cool when you see comments. I'm like, that's a real real person, and there's their face and their thought that they wrote out, and like they're real.
I know.
And it's just really cool. And they are all really nice, which is just such a nice plus.
It's also cool too because I feel like when you, like this guy, like the 4 people, and let's say it's 10, let's say it's 20, and I felt this with our own podcast, like you might not think like 100 views or 200 views or 1,000 views like is a lot, but even 100 views is a lot, because if you think about how many, like picture a room of 100 people and every single one of them follows you or like watches your videos, like that's still a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely.
And I sometimes think that like quality over quantity is good. It's so tempting to be like, yeah, give me like millions of subscribers, millions of views, but like, do those people actually care? Like it's probably more valuable to have a few thousand subscribers or followers that actively listen to your content or watch your content and engage and really love it and respond well to it. So I feel like I'm trying to learn that myself. Like if I ever get discouraged about like, oh, we didn't gain like as many followers like this month or anything, it's like any amount is valuable,
right?
You know? So that's why the 4 viewers, I'm like,
I know.
that's so cute. Aww. So cute. Okay, should we move on?
Yeah. Okay, switching gears from that wholesome, nice story. I leave fake parking tickets on cars that deserve real ones. I ordered a batch of them off Amazon and leave them wherever. Sometimes if nobody is around, I make an effort to fill in all the details on it to freak them out before they get to the bottom and see it's a fake. Sometimes I just write something dumb in the comments and leave the rest blank. I've left them on cars at my university that aren't technically illegally parked and on cars that are parked in no parking zones at my grocery store. I especially do it when somebody is parked in a handicap spot that's not supposed to, no plate or hang tag. Local laws are sketchy on this. Some would argue it's misrepresenting itself as official and therefore illegal, but at the bottom of them they say they're fake, so others would argue the worst they could get me on is littering if the police actually cared enough to do something. Okay.
Wow. At the same time though, like what's the point? Because as soon as they know it's fake, they're gonna be like, oh well, no one gave me a ticket, so
got away with it.
I guess it could scare other people. Like if you see a car parked with a ticket, you're like, I guess I'm not gonna park there then.
Yeah.
Okay, go off.
Yeah, if that's what you need to do to cope.
Yeah. I do think it is funny when you see those it's like messing with people, but in like a not I guess is it mean? I don't know. But it's like if someone parks illegally, I've seen people put like a note on their car, handwritten note that says, sorry about the damage, I didn't have time to wait, so I just left. And they don't specify? Yeah, they didn't do anything. They just totally made it up.
Oh my God.
Like, I feel like that's a good way to get back at someone that, because you didn't really do anything to them. Right. You just made them think that maybe you hit their car. Yeah. But I guess that could like lead to psychological torment for them. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying anything is okay after our prank episode when like all the comments were like, why do you think that none of these are bad? They're all bad. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're kind of right, actually. Yeah, they actually are probably all bad.
Yeah. Oops.
I'm like, yeah, pranks are fun. And then all the comments were like, you sent someone in a spiral and this is not fair. And I was like, oh, wow. I learned. That's my confession. Yeah. I thought some pranks were fine.
There you go.
I secretly changed our bed. Me and my wife bought a new bed, a really expensive one, that kind that has separate firmness on each side. We spent hours and hours in the store where my wife took her time testing and deciding what kind of lower mattress she wanted on her side. Beforehand, we had done extensive web research on what kind of bed would give her most happiness in life and so on. Eventually, she settled for one with firmness between soft and medium. Me, I couldn't be bothered with that. I've always liked my bed soft, but the store lady said that with my body composition, I should have a hard mattress. So during a brief brain fart, I chose that. The next morning, I knew I had effed up. The $2,000 bed I just bought felt awful. Even worse, when installing it, I'd taken the plastic wrap off the lower mattresses so I couldn't return them. What's lower mattresses?
I don't know.
Like the box spring?
Maybe.
Okay. The solution, while my wife was at work, I flipped the bed 180 degrees so that now I have the soft mattress and she has the concrete slab. How kind. There are 2 additional full-width, thick mattresses on top of those, so it's not immediately noticeable. This was 5 years ago. I've slept like a baby ever since. My wife apparently still hasn't noticed, at least she hadn't said anything, and she seems to sleep well. She must never know, though. You're freaking lucky. You are lucky that she didn't notice and that she's sleeping well. Wow.
5 years. Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
Give me the concrete slab. Thank you so much, partner.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
I secretly replace name brand items with generic stuff. My boyfriend hates generic products at the grocery store. He thinks name brand is better and worth the extra money. I completely disagree and I'm tired of this fight. So I've been refilling containers of name brand items with generic and disposing of the evidence. Like I filled the Windex container with generic glass cleaner and the fancy olive oil with Kroger brand. He hasn't noticed a difference.
I'm kind of on their side for that because I think it totally depends on what it is, but some of the stuff is the exact same thing.
Yes.
That's like the same as the food.
Yeah, the private chef. Like, it's all just, I don't know, a ploy.
Yeah, marketing. I was just having this discussion about like how things are made. Like, I feel like it's a scale of like how quality things are and how well they're made. So like the cheapest thing probably is the worst made. And then for some things, the name brand or like maybe like a mid-level brand is made better. Like, so my example would be like a jacket that you get for like $5 from like a fast fashion brand is not going to be as good as a jacket from the North Face or Burton or like one of the really expensive like ski brands. But then you have like Prada making ski brand stuff too, and like that's way more expensive.
Right.
So like if you're looking for quality, like there are some products that some brands that are way more expensive, they are better.
Yeah.
And like can't be denied that like a North Face or Burton like ski suit is better than one that costs $10. But then it gets to the certain point where it's like it can't be made any better. Like this is the best made it is. I feel that way with like handbags, like designer handbags. A lot of people are like, oh, designer is better. But like a lot of times they're not. And they're actually like brands you haven't even heard of that are like, I don't know, made by hand are probably made better. And then it also just gets to the point where it's like you're just paying for the name.
Yes.
Like you're not paying for quality. And now I feel like it's getting to a point where they know that you pay for the quality, so they're making them like even shittier.
Yep.
So I feel like it's probably the same with all products, but like any product. So I'm on the vibe of like, yeah, buy the generic, see if it works, and if it works, keep going.
Well, there's like known stores that buy all from the same like wholesaler too. And just slap their name on it and like upcharge so much. So you can do research and like find that stuff out.
Totally. And especially brands that like maybe made their name because they had a better quality product, but now they have like their whole fan base. So they're like, yeah, now we can use generic stuff because we already have everyone like on our side. We have a loyal following. And so they make their quality worse.
But people notice that. They'll look at like formulas and stuff for skincare and be like, oh, they changed.
It's coming out now. It's all coming out on TikTok.
Yes.
I secretly hope my daughter's basketball team loses. I love my kids, but if I have to watch a bunch of second graders try and play basketball 4 hours every Saturday longer than I have to, I'm going to have a midlife crisis. I feel like my whole Saturday is gone between the driving and then the actual game. They don't even keep score because it's bad for their self-esteem.
Oh my God.
No, I feel you.
Yeah.
I would really hope that too. Wow. I was low-key hoping that. This is like horrible to even admit. No, I wasn't hoping. But during the World Series, obviously I wanted the Phillies to go to the World Series, but I was so busy that time of year and I was so tired and I had so much shit to do. But I have to watch every game.
Yeah.
I have to go out. I have to plan my work schedule about the possibility of a parade and what days it may or may not be. So when they lost and didn't make it to the World Series, I was very sad. But at the same time, I was like, well, I have more time to work now.
Yeah.
I have more time to actually do the things I need to do. And I'm not going to feel guilty about missing work or a game or whatever.
Yeah.
So I feel you.
I know.
Hate to admit it.
I was thinking that recently. Like my dad, he retired last year, but he used to work 5 days a week and then he would coach like a ton of sports for us. And I'm right in the middle of 5 children and I just can't. Like, when did he do his own stuff? Because he worked and then his weekends were sports and then he went back to work. So I'm very grateful for him and appreciative because that's so selfless and I'm very lucky. But also I'm like, I don't know if I could do that myself when I have children. Like,
I feel the same way about my dad. He also worked every day and then coached all of our stuff and did everything.
I had no idea like how lucky I was, you know?
I know.
Like you don't, as a kid, you don't, that was my normal. So I didn't know. And looking back, I'm like, wow. Yeah. That was pretty amazing.
Yes. Oh my God. There's this episode of Boy Meets World. It's like, it might even be the pilot or like the second episode of the series. And Corey is like so young and he's like asking his dad for all this stuff. And then it ends and he's like, my dad is Superman. And I'm like, frick, me too. So sad. I mean, not sad, but like emo, wholesome.
There are those like TikTok videos of little kids like seeing their parents in the crowd. Have you seen those?
Yes.
It's like they're filming them, so it's like the before they realize their parents are there, and then they find their parents, and then like their face lights up, and it's like, oh, like showing up matters.
Oh my God, I saw that too.
It does matter.
So sad. I mean, it's not sad. It just makes me want to cry.
Did you see the little girl where she like starts crying?
No.
Wait, can I show it to you real quick?
I kind of want to do a bonus episode during like the holiday time of year where we watch wholesome videos and just like cry and play the TikTok in the video.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Hold on. It was like the most popular one.
I've been saving wholesome videos on TikTok recently, so if you see any wholesome ones, feel free to make a folder and save them for a bonus episode.
I have like a cute folder of stuff saved. Hold on, let me show this to you.
Oh,
so cute. I know.
Wait, I'm gonna link it in the description.
Yeah.
Wait, send it to you. Text it to me. That's so cute. I feel like she was like scared and then like
that they weren't there. Yeah. No, I remember like when I was little at like little shows and stuff, if I didn't see my parents right away, I'm like, oh no, like they're late, they're gonna miss the beginning. Like I would get like stressed.
Oh my God, one time I was on a field trip at the aquarium. My dad went into the bathroom. Like everyone was using the bathroom before we left to get on the bus, and the leader of like the Girl Scout troop was like, okay guys, let's all go. And I was like, my dad's not back. Like I was like convinced that she was gonna leave before my dad got back, and I was like freaking out. And kind of irrelevant, but
no, it's so cute.
Oh, okay. I feel like I don't want to read anymore now. That was so wholesome.
I know.
Let's just end it on the wholesomeness.
Yeah.
And we can do more sad or weird confessions later.
Perfect.
Oh my God, I'm so excited now to do a wholesome episode.
Yeah.
Except it's just going to be us crying the entire time. But that's okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone needs a good cry every now and then.
Yeah, and it's like about happy things, so it's fine. And everyone can watch and cry with us.
It's normal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Even if it was only 4 of you, you matter.
Our viewers are top quality.
Yes, so true.
Yeah.
I believe that. Thank you so much for listening, and tell us all your secret confessions either in the DMs or in the comments so we can read yours on the next one. Hope you liked it, and we love you. We appreciate you, all 4 of you, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.